And we are live. Both chats, both YouTube and Twitch. I've been practicing my intro. You want to hear it? Doesn't matter. You're gonna hear it anyway. Hello to both. Welcome to the stream. I'm Alice the Scarecrow. I play games like 3 times a week. If you're watching this after this has gone live, hey, no, I appreciate you. And you know, this is the like button. You should smack that because it tried to take your money. Subscribe because my jokes are shit. I was absolutely stalling for the swearing timer. Anywho, yeah, we're fashion hunting today. Also, there's a lot of public holidays coming up, so I'm gonna have a few days where I can stream for longer. I don't know what I'm playing, but I'll be playing more. I don't think there's anything else. I'd say buy merch, but I don't have that yet. That implies I'm working on something. I'm not. I am broke in this place. So, I've had an interesting past few days. And I will get into those, what has happened, after I'm finished actually sitting back stuff up, and B, just once I probably get into things, because to start off with, things are going to be kind of mindless. Because I'm just going to go down the list for getting every armor piece. Ugh. I also may have eaten a little too much. Hey, Tanuki, what's up? Oh, wait. How does the... I have fun stories to tell. I'm just finishing seeing this
no.
up. And, oh, hey, Via. Wait, aren't you... You're playing Repo with Minnie. Well, I say fun stories to tell, but it's mostly just one. Yeah, fair. What am I looking for? Members list, there we are. Oh, and Dran, what do you know? Right. That's not what I wanted to do. So, while I quickly type this in. The other night, in the span of an hour, I realized that I had a very big problem, and I also had to clean my freezer because of a mistake on my part. So, the very big problem is my FPOS card got compromised, and I'm 90% sure I know where the leak came from. Gotta support your friends. I appreciate that, Via. I do. I'm always happy to have you here. But yeah, so right now, I don't have an FPOS card, which kind of sucks. But I thankfully have food and stuff. But yeah, I saw, I get a message from my bank app. Hey, Chibi, good to see you. And I was just like, huh, that's weird. That usually only happens if I've gone into overdraft, which shouldn't be happening. And then I get a text message, and I suddenly realize, oh shit, this might actually be bad. And yeah, it was, hey, some random in the United Kingdom is trying to spend like 50 USD on a random subscription service. You haven't told us you're going to the United Kingdom, so we think this is fake. I didn't know I was in your back app. To which I was like, yes, this is fake. This is 100% not me. And then my bank was like, alright, you have to call us. So it's like, oh, god damn it. No, I didn't lose any money. so it's fine. It's more just annoying, and I think the thing that bothers me the most is what the asshole tried to spend my money on, being that overpriced subscription service. What notification was that? Either way, oh, wait, is that a follow? Oh, it's a sub! Oh, thank you! You're too kind, GB. I don't know my own notification sound effects. That's a little concerning. But yeah, like, it's not like he was, like, trying to launder or anything, or spending it on anything cool. It was some... Because, like, $50 was, like, for a month for this stupid streaming service. And I'm like, really? That? Netflix is not even close to that overpriced. It's fucking getting there, but... I was just like... So yeah, I'm more bothered by that. I tracked down the person that's husband's credit card. Oh, wow. See, here's the thing. When I was trying to sort out me trying to log back into Twitch, one of the fucking authentication apps threw me to something that made me put in my card details, and I wasn't thinking due to the fact that I was fucked off. And then, 2 days later, suddenly I get that message, and I'm like, huh. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was that. I have caps lock on. Yeah. What? Wait, why? Why can I not pin in OBS? Damn. Yeah, it's a bit silly. Hey, High Train. I'll take it. Remember, kids, if you are going to rob someone, make it a sex offense. Three business you try to start and fail. Jesus. Oh yeah, and to finish that story off, I was just I then had to I was going to go meet with my mother for dinner. I was just like, huh, that's weird. My energy drink is in the fridge. Then I remembered that morning, oh crap, I put her in the freezer. I also remembered a very loud bang at one point. And I was like, what the hell was that? I checked my freezer and my sour apple energy drink is frozen everywhere. So that was fun to clean up. Bruh. So yeah, that was my Sunday night. To be fair, with the the part of the reason why I accidentally left said drink in there was because I got distracted because I went to go and I saw a good friend, Interjinx, big fan of them, and they're super cool. And they were my 50th follower. They're the reason why I have affiliate. I saw they were streaming, went to go see some port, and they were like, "Hey, do you want to play Repo with me? With us?" And I was just like, "Yes, I do." And then completely forgot that was in the freezer. So totally on me. I'm looking in the wrong tab. All right. I will hold off on all of this. I will simply go through individually what I can make. That doesn't make sense. I'm going down the list. Because if I jump around, I'm going to get confused and lost, and I'm going to not be happy. So, let's start off by making everything...
I have a question. For God. Why?
Right, Drain, you weren't here the other day. So I've added a bunch of new ones. I took a couple away that I didn't feel like were getting used, but yeah. But yeah, very much we are just
I have a question.
making... Oh, I didn't put time limits on anything. Fuck. I cannot be bothered doing that right now. I really wish this would put me where... Oh my god, stop! Please!
Why?
I literally have to go into a, like, whole separate thing in order to set a cooldown. Please, Trent, I'm begging you, don't do this.
Can I proceed?
Oh, God. Yeah, that's gonna be something I have to do after stream. Otherwise, I will lose my mind. That, or I'll need to put that behind fucking paywall.
Yes, sir.
Good.
All right.
Should I begin?
Actually, on the topic of paying for stuff, I recently came to realize, so like, lately with my mate, I've been kind of, I'm genuinely indifferent at this point, but I have been like half bitching about the whole like Switch 2 situation and stuff. And recently I brought up the whole, oh yeah, the upgrade pack, so like 20 USD or whatever, for like games that are compatible with the Switch 2 and what have you. And I was initially kind of like shitting on Nintendo for that, but apparently they're not the first ones to come up with that, and apparently Sony have been doing it for a while. I just haven't been paying attention because I haven't had a console in years. Specifically 2, but yeah. So I just found that interesting. You know, at the very least, Nintendo aren't the shitty trend setters for that.
Watch this.
They took it from their fucking obnoxious next door neighbors.
Watch this.
Not that fucking Microsoft is doing any better, really. I think the interesting thing when it comes to the Switch 2 is... So, a little while ago, I found a channel called The Ackman. And I've become a very big fan of his, because
Watch this.
he's very funny, but he's also very grounded.
Watch this.
Like,
All right.
when it comes to... So he, like, the best example I can give is his... For some, my game has crashed. Oh no, that sucks. I've had plenty of game crashes.
Watch
But like one of the best videos I've seen of him is his video for what's it called? I didn't mean to equip that. Fuck. I'll fix it later.
this.
Lend me a hand.
I just got it last month. Huh, that's peculiar. I have no idea. But he reviewed in quotations Dragon Age Valgard. There we go. Jesus. And he has to have like one of the most like, as I said, grounded reviews of that game. Because unlike a lot of people who like, rightfully so, shit on the writing, he was probably one of the only people I've ever seen actually give pretty constructive criticism. And like, hey, you don't necessarily need to get rid of X, Y, or Z. Just make it make sense in context of the world.
Watch.
And I was just like, yeah, he's actually got a really good point.
All right.
Can I proceed?
Watch this.
And he's recently talked about the Switch too. And I think what he says is very interesting because... So one of the things he points out is, like, the extra price for games is a bit ridiculous. And there are plenty of people who have pointed out, like, oh, if you account for inflation, this isn't actually the biggest jump for a console to make. Price-wise. And... he goes like, well, yes, this is true. The difference being the price of living has also gone up. So, like, if like so many people weren't living paycheck to paycheck, and Nintendo weren't kind of always seen, at least in the US, I can't speak for any other country, especially not here. Well, actually, in New Zealand, I guess does apply. But, like, Nintendo was sort of seen as the affordable option. And when I think about that, I'm like, actually, yeah, that rings true because, you know, the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X were more expensive than the Switch. When it comes to... even when you compare the Switch 2... to its current competitors, the PS5 Pro, and whatever the fuck the equivalent is for Series X, it's still cheaper. Not cheap, but... yeah, it is interesting that... Charred Bones. I think I'm gonna need to start going to a bunch of places and not what I wanted to do. What am I trying to do? I'm trying to talk and navigate obnoxious menus when my ADHD is not functioning with me. But yeah, I just found it very interesting. And as I said, he's like one of the only people where I feel like who doesn't just like flip his lid for the sake of being hyperbolic,
All right.
but is also still very capable of being entertaining. I very much like his content. I highly recommend it.
All right.
Can I proceed?
And I'm totally not biased because, you know, there was a joke I was about to make, but it wouldn't work because I've already fucked up the
Watch this.
delivery, so don't worry about it. Either way, it's just...
All
Can
right.
I proceed?
Watch this.
he's gonna be one of the, like, easier people for me to watch.
Watch this.
Lend me a hand.
Okay.
All right.
I now need to, I assume, go to the oil well basin and the oil well basin. Oh, Chibi, you're in here. Nice. Yeah, I'm just currently, aside from talking, I am, not hunting. You know what? Actually, seeing as you're here, we will. I'll hold off the bones. And we can start with the poor bastard frog. Because I surprisingly don't have any of the Chatacabra's high rank armor. I get why it does this, but oh god, I wish it didn't. Alright, so that's Nasilla, that's Rompopolo. Where is the chat? Here we go. I'm just adding it all to wishlist so that way I know when I can stop hunting the poor frog.
Can I proceed?
Watch this. Alright.
You know what randomly popped into my head today? No, tell me. I hit. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, that's wishlist. I feel like I also had something like really random, like, oh yeah, that. Okay. Do I have any Chitacabra investigations? I don't. Oh, there's a tempered one. Less parts, but that's fine. I don't need garbage decorations. Let me quickly head to the fields. The Nickelodeon time capsule. If Dan Schneider has anything to... I think his name is Dan Schneider. Either way, the fucking pervert who... really fucked up a lot of the IRL actors' lives had something to do with it. I'm getting feet pics. If you have...
I'll get ready too.
Did you guys see that? Did everyone see the low poly kick fillet? Alright, we've got a couple of options here. No. Alright. I need to... I'm probably going to be continuously hunting, like, tempered stuff. I'll get, like, less... what's it called? Parts, but I'll be getting more hunter sigils, which I need for, like, weapons and shit. So we'll actually go begin field survey. So yeah, prepare to see me beat this frog up a fair bit. Alright, let's rock.
The guild sent us supplies.
Chibi, if you're still here, by all means, you're welcome to join. I'm just going to be doing this today. It is not Wednesday. Did I say it was Wednesday? Oh, it's not. Oh, it's not even Wednesday. Ah. It is Wednesday, my dudes. It's actually Tuesday for me, but, you know. Hiya.
Careful. It looks angry.
It looks angry, but it ain't. This poor frog. He gets bullied so much. I'm possibly the only one who feels bad for it, though. Ow. I like how the fucking, what's it called, Zoshia's hammer is basically just a cinder block. Trying to think, what else have I been thinking about? Oh god. I'm in the wrong wheel. Ow. I always like find it very entertaining when you get knocked back into a goddamn pit. Thanks, cat.
I'm about to plunder some wonder.
God damn it. Ugh. Like, I feel like I was recently like, oh yeah, that's something I could talk about with oh, actually, I did just remember something that I'm pretty sure I brought this up before on stream, but I find it hilarious that so I think it was like a couple years ago at this point. Maybe it's not that long ago, but there was a particular YouTuber who I never really followed. I don't really care, but he was really pushing for like AI generated content. And I always found it really funny how people, rightfully so, dunked on him, and yet we have now two fully AI VTubers being Nero and Evil, and they are like beloved. Granted, it's because of the method and the reason for the AI. And, you know, Nero and Evil were trained off of Twitch chat, not... Actually, I guess technically speaking, this particular YouTuber, his name is Quibblecop. I have no qualm saying who he is. He's royally fell off. Anyway, I'm pretty sure Quibblecop was based on his own content anyway, so I guess his one technically didn't come... Like, where his AI came from wasn't necessarily nefarious, but it was more just him clearly trying to push slop. Which just seems to be the word of the day lately. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, the reason why I bring it up is because a video showed up in my feed where apparently he's been basically doing the same shit over on TikTok, and it's been getting like equally ratioed as his like YouTube ventures. Oh, hey, look at that. There's another Chetacabra coming this way. Might as well murder it. And then, yeah, it's just Nero is, like, incredibly well loved. I mean, I also very much enjoy Nero. And, Evil. We talk in terms of slop. Are we talking about SpongeBob or? Or was that just for killing the frog? Has anyone ever tried any of the YouTube ads? I can't say that I have. I mean, I also have ad blocker on at all times, so I can't even remember the last time I was forced to watch an ad.
Looks like it's moving to a new area.
Frog Murder was a Victory song. And by like try the YouTube ads, do you mean specifically the like game, the shitty mobile games that I see?
I'll gather up what you didn't use.
Oh wait, you mean like YouTuber ads? Right. It depends on what it is, but very rarely. Mostly just because I have no interest usually. Like, I don't hear good things about Raid. Well, mechanically, I don't hear good things about Raid. I can appreciate them, supporting like smaller creators and helping allow them to, do their shit.
Heels inbound.
And like the only other ads that I've technically tried are Hoyo games. Well, those two tangle off. Yeah. But I think that's as you say, I don't think Raid tries to hide that. And I've never tried BitterHelp. Mostly because well, currently I have an actual therapist that I go in to see.
The lightning has them amped up. Might be able to use them as a trap.
Of all the ones I've tried, it's been dodge. The real meal ones piss me off. You mean like Factor and fucking Eat Fresh or whatever it's called? HelloFresh, there we go. Yeah. Oh, actually, you know what? There is one other sponsorship that I've tried. There's GamerSups. GamerSups, please sponsor me. I want to be sponsored by you so bad. I mean, yeah, I like an energy drink.
Understood. Let's continue the investigation.
Alright, let's go see what I can make. I mean, probably. But it's also, like, hard for me to say that as someone who's never really done anything like that, or... And it's hard for me to, like, guarantee saying, hey, these people don't actually use this and hate this, like... Because, you know, you can only be so transparent about it. You know, there are some that I'm just kind of like, I don't know, I feel like they're being honest. They personally like what they're trying to push. A particular YouTuber who I follow, Mr. Gigi, like, I think he's very much just... Like, when he's pushed for Factor, I can genuinely believe that he uses it relatively frequently. Especially since he's always been very open about the sponsorships that he has truly despised. I think it was Manscaped that he has never really been happy with. There have been a few others that, like, he's gone back to his older videos and taken the sponsor bits out because, you know, contract fulfilled.
Anything catch your eye?
Either way, it's all a slippery slope. And again, it's also it's like not entirely my place to say. What do I need for this? Oh, I need wing drakes. Huh.
I'm ready to work. Alrighty. Perfect. Look good. Perfection. Perfection.
Alright, how many more of these fucking frogs do I have to murder?
Perfection. Ready to get to work? Alright. Perfection. Perfection.
Alright, let me quickly go find the wing drakes that I need. Where are they? I'm in the wrong file. I mean, wrong. That's large monsters. I want small ones. Field guide. There we go. Okay, so yeah, they're here in the plains. Let me quickly grab a gun because these things are flying, so they're probably annoying. Fetch me musket. Then we'll go back to hunting the frog. The frog. There you are. Except... Oh, where'd it go?
Mind if I hop on?
Mm. Where is this stupid thing going? Come here, bastard. Oh, you're not dead? There we go. I just need one more of those flying pricks. Ugh. Trying to think what else is new. Not a hell of a lot. If anything. Oh, actually, I get. So, talking to one of my best friends, love him to pieces. We're just kind of chatting. I brought up the whole like, man, there's just so much negative shit everywhere right now. And, like, I fucking hate YouTube's algorithm because it loves to push the rage bait and the other nonsense that I could give less of a fuck about. Because it's what apparently I want according to its algorithm. It's not, but, you know, YouTube thinks it is. And my friend was just like, oh, I have the best explanation, like the expression for that. It's a bunch of, like, internet microaggressions, and I'm like, oh my god. It's so accurate. Because it's not big deals. In the grand scheme of things, it's whatever, you know. Oh, you can just ignore it, and what have you. And all this other shit, but it's just like, but can I really? Is it not such a big deal? The answer is yes, it isn't a big deal, so I should really just stop being a whiny baby. But I'm going to bitch!
Looks like it's moving to a new area.
No, it's not. Damn it, yes it is.
Looks like the monster dropped something.
Well, wrong Chatacabra. That one showed up. I was just like, ah, there you are. Lightning. Very, very frightening. Bee. I really need to be aiming for your face, because I need your jawbone. Damn it, it was too far.
Put a dent in it. Almost there.
Oh. Oh yeah, actually, going back to last week's conversation about the DMC anime, people seem to hate it a lot more than I did. Like, people seem to really, really not like it. I'm like, yeah, it wasn't great, but I mean, eh. I find it hard to be as mad as other people are over something that is objectively just mid. Like, does that suck? Yeah. But, like, some of the shit I'm seeing, it's just kind of like, fucking get over it. You big babies. It's like the equivalent of, you know, whenever someone goes, oh, this remake ruined my childhood. It's just like, sounds like you had a bad childhood. And I know that's filthy rich coming from me, because I was definitely a kid, a teenager, who when Teen Titans Go came out was just like, oh, childhood ruined. Like I couldn't still enjoy the original Teen Titans. I think with that, I've like slowly come around to like, I'm far more okay with adaptations just kind of doing their own thing, especially since in my mind it's very much just like, well, like if it were just a one-to-one remake of a show, like shows specifically, shows and movies, then what the fuck is the point in remaking it when we have the original? That's not to say, you know, I've suddenly come around to Teen Titans Go. I still don't like it, but, I mean, it's fucking a show for literal infants. It's not aimed at me, so boo-hoo. Like, does it suck that, you know, we'll probably never get a continuation to the original Teen Titans? Yeah, but to say it ruined the memories I have of that show would be very silly. Very silly. Now I need one more Wing Drake, and I think I've got everything I need for the Chupacabra armor. And then I can move on to the Rooster. Oh no, I think I still need one more. Well, we'll just start that up.
Let's have another hunt with no surprises today.
And quickly find one more of those fucking... There we go.
Over here! Come on! Halfway there.
You get down here right now. I keep putting the gun away. I'll reload. There we go. Sweet. Alright, Frog. This should be the last time I have to kill you for now. Big agree. Also, I'm back. What's up? I'm just talking about how I think a lot of the anger towards the new DMC anime is a little overblown. Thunder trended everywhere. That's not good. Yeah, because I'm just kind of like, guys, it's just mid. Like, it's not the worst thing. I think the last 5 minutes definitely shits on everything. But even then, I would not say the show is god-awful. Because that's just not true. Like, it's... Like, I'm not saying, like, it's the hidden gem. Again, it is just mid. I think it's got some great moments in it. Plus, again, they played Virgil's theme when he shows up on screen. Like, they immediately get points for that. When compared to the rest of DMC, I would still put DMC Devil May Cry, the shitty remake, reboot, whatever you want to call it, story-wise, below it. Mechanically, if I were to rate the games mechanically, however, DMC2 would be at the fucking bottom. Like, without a doubt. Like, no contest. It is a miracle that we got DMC3 after the fucking shit show that was 2. And then, yeah, I'd say DMC5 is the best mechanically, followed by 3, 4, 1. And you know what? DMC Devil May Cry. 1 is very much the first game, and it is very stiff. I can appreciate it, and I can play it, but if you give me the choice, I'd probably pick DMC Devil May Cry over it. Now, if I could just... what's it called? If I could, you know, just turn off the dialogue. But, you know, if I were to just play DMC Devil May Cry muted while I watch something in the background, I could have a good time. But yeah, DMC2 is just... Even story-wise, it's kind of shit. And again, it just baffles me the fucking leap in quality that is DMC3. And then, yeah, DMC4 is mechanically good. It just drags a lot. That game was far too fucking long. Y'all, some... Tanuki. I wasn't talking shit on DMC 1. It's... Okay, I'm not technically talking shit on DMC 1. I think it is fine, but it's very much the first... It's like playing Crash 1. It's just the first. Or fuck, even playing Dark Souls 1. But yeah, story-wise, I think, for me personally, DMC 5 is very hard to top. Admittedly, I am kind of incredibly biased. I think that's everything I need.
Excellent work. That's another quest complete.
Alright, cool. I think that's everything I needed for the Chupacabra armor. If it's not, then fuck. But in terms of the anime, there are two anime. One made by Madhouse and the Netflix one. I would honestly recommend the the Madhouse one. It's clunkier, sure, but it's. I mean, it's at least it's canon. And I'll actually say I will hold off saying it has better animation until I rewatch the series, which I might do sometime soon, honestly, because I'm kind of feeling like it. Also, can I just point out one thing that has always baffled me about the DMC series? Dante, until recently, has never had a different voice actor, English-wise. So why does he sound different in every fucking game? That's not a shot at the voice actor. I'm just genuinely confused.
Look good?
Like, at first I thought he's had, like, a couple of voice actors, but no! He's had the same voice actor since day one! And, like, even comparing DMC 4, where I feel like he's really found his stride, to 5, he sounds different. To the point where I think, I wouldn't blame anyone for thinking it's a different voice actor, because I sure as shit did. It's just, it's something that baffles me. Oh, I think I've hunted enough of these where I can
Ready to get to work?
just make the shit and then grab Firestone. Oh, okay, no.
Ready to work. Perfect.
At some point, I might run out of money trying to do this.
Ready to work. Alrighty. Perfection. Ready to get to work? Perfect.
Alright, cool. I've got more than I need for those.
Come back anytime.
Alright, time to hunt the chicken. Oh, look, that one entered the area. How convenient. Is there another one that actually has decent rewards? No. Fine. What am I doing? Alright. How the hell do I invite to hunt? Ew. Oh. You've joined regardless. Welcome on in. I am focusing on the wrong fucking thing. Go to the chicken, please. Caca! Oh, actually, you know what? Another thing that I can... there's just popped into my mind that I can talk about. The fucking... It is wild how fucking out of hand the Minecraft movie has become. I find it hilarious because, like, the first person who I saw talk about it was Moist Critical, Penguin Zero, Charlie, whatever you want to fucking call him. And he went to an empty theater. I knew this was coming. Well, it just baffles me because, like, he was, and I don't mean like, oh, you know, there was like a couple people in the room. No, he was genuinely the only one there. No one else. So it's wild to then hear all this fucking hubbub about people basically destroying theaters and actually, like, causing genuine chaos. It's so strange. I'm not gonna go see that movie because I just don't give a fuck. It is just a fascinating thing to me. Like, how quickly that came around. I feel we need to be bringing a Dyson wireless vacuum into an anti-meme. Fair. Honestly, I genuinely feel really bad for any fucking ushers who have to put up with this fucking nonsense. Although it is funny that apparently there are some theaters who are trying to, like, capitalize on this and just be like, hey, look, if you want to be rowdy, go to this timing. Just so you know, like, we can fucking prepare. Instead of having to be like, this is like every fucking screening, Jesus Christ.
Might be tracks.
Like when the chicken shows up, we just start cleaning. That'd be funny. Oh my god, the betrayal. I mean, hey, theaters have been doing fucking... I did get rid of that one, yeah. Oh, it's least that I like the layered armor, and I'm just trying to collect it all. Wait, you can't ban me? Can you? You're showing up as... Oh, I think it's flashing red because OBS is just like... Dixie was using it, so I was just like, oh, I'll replace it with, you know, things that I feel like will get more use. And on top of that, I can only have up to 10 from that specific site. Everything else I have to add manually.
Don't mind if I do. What you think we'll find?
Sure, we'll say rotation. Like, there are still some others that I want to make. I just have to make them myself, and it requires fucking editing software that I don't have. unban slash forgiven. Stop it. You cannot ban the streamer from his own stream.
Wow, they sure got here fast.
God, it's so weird. I think it's been like a month and a half and I haven't touched Genshin. I can't tell if I feel better or worse about that. I'm just so sick of all... I seem happier. It's probably because there's a lot less negativity in my atmosphere because of me not playing those games anymore. But I am sad that, like, these games that did genuinely bring me a lot of joy are no longer capable of that. Even though they're still quite capable of doing that. Because, you know, like, it's easy to point at me and be like, you're just a fucking gacha addict. And maybe. But, you know, I did genuinely enjoy the games as games. Like, you could have taken the gacha out. But with all the nonsense, fucking people being angry on every side, me not knowing who's fucking lying anymore. It's very much just like, I don't need this in my ecosystem. I just don't. It doesn't do anything for me. It doesn't do anything for the fucking community, and so here we are. I will be paying close attention to Ananta and Nearness to Everness's release, because I'm curious. Yeah, it is. Especially with, like, Ananta, I can't tell you what it is, but from its first two trailers, there is just a vibe that exists in them that, like, fills me with such joy that I'm very much looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to those games. I'm interested to see Nearness to Everness because that was made by the same guys who made Tower Fantasy, and I don't think Tower Fantasy is a good game. I think it looks not great. I think it controls not great. And there's not much else to say about that.
Anything catch your eye?
But yeah, it was like, even when I first started getting into Genshin and like Star Rail and ZZZ and all that, like, none of them have given me this air of anticipation like Ananta. And I don't know what it is. Either way, I'm excited for it.
I have a question for God.
Gotta become a master martial artist to deal with all the microaggressions. Yep. Oh, gotta hunt that stupid chicken again. I'm gonna have to hunt that fucker for a lot, aren't I?
I heard from the others.
Why don't I just reset things? again. Dren, I don't know if you know this, but I haven't actually streamed Repo. I've been on other people's streams. Actually, that's happened like in the past week or so 3 times. But yes, I've got a Repo collab happening next week. Which I will be streaming my POV. Ooh, yes. Investigation?
Let's have another hunt with no surprises today.
But yeah, currently I have Mene, Rufea, Via, Mammoth, possibly Isa if she could make it, but it's I'm not holding my breath for that one. I hope she can, but she's also on front page like the day after, so she might be busy. I'm also trying to see if Rufea can talk Ame into joining along, because I think she'd be great for that. And I'm just waiting to hear back from Catalate to see if she's gonna join. I think she will, because I believe she's on break right now, because she's a teacher and it's school holidays. I love how the only times I can ever tell that it's school holidays is fucking when like a particular person in my work doesn't show up. I keep getting flattened by the tail. I think I need like a tempered one, so that way I can, because I think the... Can you stop doing that? Ignoring the fact that it's genuinely my fault for falling for it like 3 times in a row. Yeah, suck it, nerd.
Heels and back.
Man. Sweet. 3 more of those and we've got a full complement. I think also, just in terms of talking about holidays and stuff, and public holidays, I've mentioned this at the start of the stream, but Easter's coming up. And so for Friday, I will have that day off, so I'll be streaming earlier than I normally do on that day. And I might finally get around to finishing doing a playthrough of Halo 3's campaign. And then possibly do Me Turtle on Saturday. Depending on how much I hate myself. Because I think playing those 2 games in a row will be fucking exhausting. And there's a good chance that... So, I also may do a surprise stream on Thursday. Because now that I realize, oh wait, hold on, Thursday's my Friday, so streaming that night, it's actually not out of the question. Not that it, no, anyway. I might do one more attempt on Pokemon Run Bun. Ow. And if it goes as well as it did last time, then I honestly might admit defeat. Because that game really does just border on being genuinely unfair. Like, there's hard, but there's, like, next to nothing you can do to tip the scales in your favor, which is kind of bullshit. If that's the case, I might play the fucking ROM hack that Via keeps yelling at me to play, or I'll play Unbound, because that's a pretty good one. That is also hard, but more gimmicky, less actual horseshit. Alright, I think I've just got to kill one more of these things and I'm good to go. Can I request a zoo? Yeah, sure! I'm happy to help with whatever you want to hunt while you're here, because I also understand that it's fucking late for you. Zuwu, Jiwu, Zhou, the squid. Ooh. Yeah, it's only like 7:30 for me. 7:30 p.m. for me. And I have pre-employment physical tomorrow. Yay! Oh boy. Best of luck with that.
I gathered some materials too. Check your field pouch.
Let's head to the gathering hub. Oh, Arkveld's in there. Oh, yeah.
I'll get ready too.
Oh. I'm gonna drop swap fits. La di dee, la di doo, la di dum. I believe Zuu doesn't like ice. Or is it lightning?
I heard from the others. Yes. I'm happy to help anytime.
Come on over.
Oh, I'm trying to think. Feel like there was something else that I was just like, oh yeah, I can talk about that. But I am currently drawing a blank. Ready to rock when you out, Chibi. Also, looking very nice. Not all the fire pots, but I mean, I'm in no rush, really. Like, I think I'll, I'll still, like, hunt other stuff. It's mostly just when, as I am, making the rest of the armor sets, just so that way I can have access to everything. Drip-wise, I will just be going down the list. But I am more than happy to help with whatever other people wish to hunt. If only for the fact that it helps bring just some variety. And so I don't completely lose my mind hunting the same thing over and over and over and over because the desire sensor is real.
That's our target.
Missed. Trying to think. What other movies is supposed to come out this fucking year? Cause like, I don't think there's anything that's like slated to come out like in theater wise that I have any interest in. But then again, I don't really look anymore. Like, the last two movies I went to go see in the theater were recent, and they were Sonic 3 and Transformers 1. Two fantastic movies, by the by. But, like, after that, I was just kind of like, okay, yeah, I don't think there's going to be another movie I go to the cinema to see for a while. And, like, so far that's just ringing true because, like, I'm very specific about what horror movies I want to see, and I want to see them at home so that way I may defend myself without embarrassing myself in front of a bunch of people. Unless it's like a shitty horror film, then I just put that in the background while I'm doing shit. Yeah, I don't think there's anything that's slated to release this year Disney-wise that I give a shit about. Beyond the Spider-Verse is on, as of right now, permanent hiatus, which makes me sad. But also, like, the guys behind it are also kind of assholes, which is unfortunate because it's really well done. And yeah, just don't really treat their animators with respect, which is not cool. Because, you know, if you don't fucking have animators, you don't have a fucking movie. Oh, God.
Looks like it's moving to a new area.
And DreamWorks-wise, there's the How to Train Your Dragon live-action remake, which my only question is why? It's not even doing, like, the fucking Disney thing where they're, like, changing a bunch of shit. It looks like it's just genuinely a one-to-one shot of the first movie, which just makes it even more baffling. Especially since that movie still looks fucking great to this day. But yeah, and fucking even then, like, DreamWorks is, like, no longer doing animation in-house anymore. It's being all outsourced, so that's probably not a good sign. Oh yeah, there's fucking Shrek 5. Oh god. What the fuck is this cursed timeline? Thanks, Gat. Ow, you fucking Wangstein. Oh, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Oh, it's- Oh. Ay, ay, ay. So, my brain's doing that wonderful association thing that it does. Where I think about, like, one thing, and then my brain immediately starts, like, making connections to other shit that is completely unrelated. And my brain was thinking about, it first went to, oh yeah, Dune the Dark Age comes out literally a month from today.
This is a rare research opportunity.
And then, because we were talking about movies, my brain was like, movies, Doom movies, which, funnily enough, there are two. One that stars The Rock, which is not a Doom movie. Not even, okay. I guess it does take place on Mars. And again, calling the other movie a Doom movie also feels inaccurate. Because id Software, you know, the guys who made Doom were like, we have no part in this. In fact, I don't even think they knew it was a thing until, like, it was almost about to be released. It wasn't, like, a theatrical release either. This was a fucking passion project, I guess. Like, this is a direct-to-DVD, find it at the fucking... Like, if you thought it was a bootleg, you probably wouldn't be far off. Minus the fact that, you know, it's called Doom instead of, like, Mood. Or Bad.
I heard from the others.
You get everything you need from that one, Chibi? Or do we need to hunt another? Another! Oh no, wait, you won't be in this because you. I was gonna say, oh crap, ads. But you subbed. Thank you again for that. You got what you needed? Anything else? Anything else you feel like hunting or? Yeah, this the full Jiwoo set, however you want to pronounce it, because it looks very nice, even with the fact that I'm on fucking low graphic settings. I just need it for a piece of light armor. It's not full Jiwoo. Okay. I like the assassin-y look. The bottom is the ice monkey. Oh, okay. But yeah, I like the assassin Disney look, and then just the fucking baby rattle hammer. God, I hope they add layered weapons, and I hope they allow you to change the fucking color of weapons, because I would love to just have something that matches. Or, like, just to make this sword darker, so that way at least it kind of looks like I know how to color match, which I don't, despite being an artist, but what do you want from me? Yeah, anything else you're after, or... Ooh. Can do. Ooh, that is a bright PC. Oh, so yes, it looks very nice. What else do I need from... Because I think I need to hunt that chicken at least one more time. Stay strong for at least another half hour. I don't want to do a half-hour stream. An hour and a half stream do that. But I do feel my narcolepsy wanted to take me. Or at least, actually, it might be less my narcolepsy and general tiredness, restlessness,
Watch this.
exhaustion. That's the word I was looking for. Oh, sick.
Watch this.
Oh, right. I need the... I think I need it for...
All right.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I need one more so that way I can make the hands and the helmet. Well, if you've got nothing else you need to hunt, I guess it's back to hunting the chicken. With luck, it should only be this last time. I did the quick start. My bad. Why does this game punish me for spamming buttons? Could also be that, like, I usually have an energy drink, which I have a couple, but I kind of need them for work. Well, need is a strong word. Oh, actually, you know, here's something I can be talking about. I've been playing Stalker 2 off stream. I think I've mentioned that before. And I have been having a grand old time. Fuck fighting the mutants in that game. There's one in particular that just genuinely pisses me off. And, like, if it was genuinely set up in a way where it's just like, oh no, you have to, like, not fight the mutants, then I'd be more okay with it. But there are times where you do just straight up have to kill them. And, you know, a couple of them are, like, obnoxious, but don't take too much. But the rest are just fucking bullet sponges. There's one in particular who you can only shoot to kill with specific windows, and he makes you drop your fucking gun. It's really, really obnoxious. I love that game, I truly do, but oh, and it makes me wonder how, like, the other games work, because I know they've got, like, a really weird way of doing difficulty. Because, like, how difficulty works in the original trilogy of games, being Shadow of Chernobyl, Call of Pripyat, and Clear Sky, was the higher the difficulty, the more damage everyone takes. So, like, the higher, like, yeah, if you lower the difficulty, you're less likely to die, but it also takes way longer to kill the enemy. So, like, higher difficulties is also sort of, like, easier in a weird way. Which I don't believe is the case here. I could be wrong, I haven't actually researched it or anything. But it does just genuinely make me want to go back to see. Because I do own all the Stalker games. I know the first game is a little rough to go back to in terms of getting it fucking working. Yes! Sick. We got exactly what we needed. Or I got exactly what I needed. Now I just gotta mine some Firestone. Ow.
Looks like it's moving to a new area.
Actually, another game that I kind of want to give a try, that I've owned for a while, but I haven't played, for a similar reason of, the game's fucking whack as hell to get working, is, A game called Arcanum. I've watched a couple of reviews on it, and it really does look like a game that's up my alley, minus its fucking jank-ass combat. Because it can be turn-based, or it can be real-time, and, like, one's not better than the other. But it just looks like it has a really interesting story, and like I really want to play it because of that. Even though from what I know, the story there is a side quest that is incredibly fucked up. Like I don't actually know if I can talk about it, because it's just. It's okay. I will say that it gets into the details of how there seems to be a lot of half orcs, and I will leave it at that. I will say, from what I can tell, it is not done tastelessly. Like, I know, as someone who has been around the horror genre, I am very aware of very, very tasteless shit that usually revolves around that sort of thing. But it, like, in this game, it does seem to serve at least some sort of... It does have a purpose. And it is not, like, glorified or anything like that. How do I... So I didn't know this was a thing for the longest time. I just thought there was random music playing in the Grand Hub every now and again, but it turns out there's actually a diva. And the song is actually, like, really pretty. And I like listening to it. So that's what we're going to do. Before I go and mine for some Firestone. But yeah, so Arcanum is a game that I do really want to play, but it is really hard to... Oh, really? That's cool. I genuinely didn't know that. But yeah, like, it's hard to get running. Even if you can, there are lots of problems. And yeah, there are points where it's just like, man, this is just a really dark and a bummer of a game. A really dark game that's also a bit of a bummer. So I'm hesitant. Though I have been told that the banana bread recipe in the back of the manual is pretty damn good. That is also not a joke. The manual has a genuine banana bread recipe in the back. And everyone I've ever heard talk about it says it's pretty good. Yeah. It's a very... that game seems very interesting. I'm thinking about playing the whole thing on stream. That'd be cool. Oh my god, really? Oh god. Oh wow, would you look at that? You do get a buff. That's really cool. Get ready for a flashbang. Oh? Isn't that usually in the morning? I think this is the first one of the night, and then she sings again in the like right before the morning, right when it turns to day. Yeah.
Mouth-watering
the brightness is like, what the fuck? Yeah. Before we go money, I'm just gonna continue to shelf it a little bit. Because I just kind of feel like chatting. Oh. Get up, get up. Damn it. Alright. Alright, what are we hunting? Zuwu. Alright. Make it so. La 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 la.
Some quest now. Are you prepared?
Oh, actually, here's another game I can talk about.
Sent a supply.
It came out just recently, and I was just like, oh, cool. I just eat low rank pots. No worries. A puzzle game called The Blueprints just came out, and I'm very baffled by some of the decisions made by that game. It's not bad, but like, there's barely. It is a roguelike puzzle game, except there are not really that many puzzles. There are just some other things that just kind of confuse me, and I'm like, why though? I don't think it's bad. It's just, yeah. I think the game itself is a little confused about what it wants to do. Also, weirdly, recently I discovered that the fucking Talos Principle has gone to remaster? Which is strange, considering the fact that I think the original Talos Principle still looks really good. So I can't imagine why the remake was necessary, but you do you, divs. Yeah, this fucker's not gonna last long. But yeah, I've been itching for a new puzzle game. I've also been meaning to go back to actually finish Myst and then play Riven. Despite the fact that my friends apparently don't enjoy Myst just because of one puzzle. Which was just kind of like... maybe they didn't enjoy it, maybe they weren't enjoying the rest of the game up to that point, but it seems like it was just one puzzle that ruined the whole experience for them, and I'm like, really? I thought we were having fun. At the very least, I was. Which is less me, like, shitting on them and more just me being depressed that it's a game that I can't really share with them. Then again, I have a friend who just, like, hates puzzle games. I'm just like, but why? Don't you like figuring shit out?
Yes, my partner. This is a rare research opportunity. Can't let it
Oh, hey, Zubu Clue. I think I needed that. Or was it Fang? One or the other. What? Puzzle games are great. I love games that genuinely force me to think. And not about, like, stories or anything, just how things function. Nah, you're wrong. Dren, you're wrong. You're wrong. Also, what fucking puzzle games have you been playing that are like homework? Oh, I think she's about to do her second song. Like there's plenty of types of puzzle games. There's puzzle platformers, which can be very skill based rather than knowledge based, like Portal. But then there's things like Myst, which are a very like using your surroundings to figure out how things work. Yeah, Braid's another example of a good puzzle game. I mean, some of my favorite puzzle games are the Room. Well, to be more accurate, I like the Room 1. I think it's the best. Followed by the fourth one, then 2, then I don't really like 3, but that's just because some of the puzzles are just like, how the fuck was I ever supposed to figure that out? But I don't know, like, I love puzzle boxes and stuff like that. Except, you know, buying actual ones are fucking expensive, so I'll just take a game, thank you. Oh, yep, here we go. And then, you know, there's like point and clicks, which are entirely puzzle games for the most part. Monkey Island 1 and 2 are definitely games that I need to play on stream at some point. I'll be playing point and clicks for my birthday on stream. Specifically King's Quest 5 and 6. Plus, for me, like, there are so many puzzle games that just have really, really cool environments that I just don't really find in other games. Or if I can find them in other games, there's something else about it that it's just not the same. Like, there's this... I can't remember the name of it because it's been too long. But there was, like, this one game that I was playing that, like, took place in a castle and just... I don't know, the atmosphere of the castle was just very whimsical. It was kind of like exploring Hogwarts, except, like, less magic and more science. And, you know, there are other people there, so it's like, it was kind of liminal, but it was also kind of like, no worries. Take care. Thanks for stopping by. I honestly might call it soon just because I'm kind of tired. No, funnily enough, she's actually part dragon. Or Wyverian. Wyvern. Whatever. Anyway. But yes. This music is very pretty. I love it. Yeah, Chibi's got it. I think you'd be genuinely impressed how different people can sound from how they look. Or how they even initially sound. Like, professional singer is, like, especially fucking opera singers, Jesus. Yeah, they only have 4 fingers, they've got pointy ears, and they've also kind of got weird feet. And allegedly, they lay eggs. Allegedly. Ooh, fuck, yeah, that is bright. That's kind of a lot of kings in one. Yeah. Y'all haven't heard me. Y'all have heard me. Let me tell you. I don't look like what my voice sounds like. Can you actually get what? Hold on. Can you get drunk in this game? Because I've tried and I feel like it doesn't let you in this one. Yeah. Voices can be very misleading. Karaoke stream win. That's cool. I don't ever really hum. There are very few songs that yeah. You can't get drunk anymore. To the monkeys? Yeah, sure. What monkeys do you need to hunt? No, oh, I see. Ah. Oh, right. You used to sing to the oh. Okay, I get. I've made the connections in my brain now. Right, yes. You have told me that you work with monkeys. It was very cool. At first, my brain was just like, oh, time to hunt monkeys. Oh, she sang a song called To the Monkeys or something. Oh, wait, no, she's saying that she sung to literal apes. Or macaques. They like Disney songs. That's cool. Yes, I think I am going to call it there, though. I am surprisingly tired. Hopefully I'll go for longer tomorrow. So, hey, YouTube. This is your second reminder to like, comment, and subscribe because I know you didn't do it the first time. I'm watching you. Always. Always watching. Always judging. Always. Know that I love you. I greatly appreciate you. And I'll be back tomorrow with more trying to complete this goddamn thingamawhatsits. Other than that, take care. And I will see you next time. Goodbye, YouTube. Goodbye. Goodbye.